Good afternoon, dear viewers. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I know it's a sunny day here in Florida, and sky is clear, and what more can you ask for, I guess? I first want to start out by saying thank you for always watching my videos, no matter who you are or what you're doing with your time. I appreciate the attention. I appreciate your time. It means a lot to me. It means so much to me because as an artist, I try and make stuff that not only that I like, but I feel that others would like as well. And sometimes that takes time. I'm the type of person, I can't really do stuff spur of the moment, yet here we are. I can't really do spur of the moment type of projects because, you know, I'm always thinking, well, I gotta think about this, I gotta come up with a good script, I gotta write something down. It's tough. I don't see how a lot of people can do it and churn out so many videos in one day or in 1 week at least, and them not be reaction videos. It just blows me away sometimes. But when I started this year, 2022, I wanted to have a video done at least once a month, and like my own original content, and I am working on that. I've been working on it for quite a while now, and the upcoming project will be a pitch for one of my favorite video game franchises, Fallout. Fallout is easily one of my favorite game series. I've played each one of them. I haven't beaten each one of them. The first ones, still done by Black Isle Studios, are still games that I need to go back and replay because it was a learning curve. But while on the subject of Fallout, I've been playing lately a lot of Fallout 76. And I remember when this game came out, there were a lot of haters, bashers, criticisms against this game, and rightfully so. The game really wasn't finished. They churned it out really quickly, and yeah, it was kind of a rush project, and I know a lot of people in the past had wanted a multiplayer Fallout experience. Well, you got it. But having said that, it's been now almost 4 years. 4 years come this October since Fallout 76 has been released. And I've been thinking, has it gotten better? Have things improved? And if we were to rate the game now, as opposed to what we had when it initially came out, would it be any better? Now, this is all just in my opinion, but I would say, yeah, I think it's really improved a lot over the years. It's one of those games that I sometimes really do enjoy taking a break from and just coming back with that feeling of, oh, it's good to be back. And just seeing all the different things that have changed, all the new updates, all the new creatures being added, all the wonderful environments that they've changed, the missions, they've added characters, they've really overhauled the game, I think, to the point that this is kind of what they really wanted to do the entire time. We've gotten a lot of new creatures in. Initially we had a lot of cryptids. We had the Grafton monster, we had the Snallygaster, and the Flatwoods monster, and my personal favorite, Mothman. I mean, the fact that they put Mothman in Fallout, it elevated Fallout 76 to at least a C ranking, because Mothman's my favorite cryptid. And to see that on the game screen, it blew my mind. We've added new creatures, this thing called the Sheep Squatch. Instead of the Sasquatch, it's the Sheep Squatch. We've added floaters, which are like these kind of jellyfish things. Apparently these were in the prior Fallout games, or they were in initial ideas. They still use primarily the same weapons that they did in the past. They've added archery, they've added a bow and arrow system, they've added crossbows, and I guess that's kind of fun, but it's not my cup of tea. I'm usually the guy with a short Gatling gun, and I will just go and the camp system, I enjoy the settlement building, or your camp building. I think it's a fun experience. I would say that they've made a lot of improvements over the years. I think I feel like this was like an afterthought, and I'm fairly certain it was, that Fallout 4 was intended to have like a multiplayer experience, and that's what Fallout 76 eventually became. And mostly I just find myself doing the same things over and over and over and over and over, trying to build up a better arsenal, or build up enough ammunition to eventually launch or go to these silos and launch. I don't want to say anything that will get me flagged on YouTube, but I think they've added a lot of interesting features and content lately, especially once they brought back all the Wastelanders. The Wastelanders DLC, I think, was very, very needed. They reintroduced the Brotherhood of Steel, and sometime this fall, I think either October or November, there's going to be some kind of DLC add-on that will take the player to Pittsburgh, or the Pit, which was the location of one of the Fallout 3 DLCs. And this, in Fallout 76, is set like just a few decades, maybe a few years after the initial bombs dropping in the franchise. So it will be very interesting to see how Pittsburgh looks then, as like compared to what we see in Fallout 3 to what we're getting in Fallout 76. Will there be trogs? I don't know. How much will be different? How much will stay the same? I really don't know. And that's one of the things that excites me about games like this that are constantly updated. Games like this, or Warframe, they always have something new, something exciting, or at least something engaging going on, that you know that you're going to at least have something there to pass the time with. Every week it seems like, or every so often, we've been getting these mission or event missions in the game. There was this, I can't pronounce the name, it's like Flashnitz or something like that. It's some kind of festival in this town where you gather all these robots and they're all wearing these ridiculous costumes and masks, and you all have to help them put on this parade. And these are the type of tasks you can't really do on your own. And with a game like Fallout 76, it's you don't really have to worry about really going into these type of missions by yourself. These big event-driven side quests, you don't have to worry about going at it alone. More times than not, you will have help. We also had this alien invasion, the Zatians, I think they are called. The aliens from Fallout 3, they were in the game for a brief limited time, and I'm guessing they're going to be back at some point. But there's a whole week-long event based on them, which I wish I could have gotten to enjoy more. That's right when I got back into Fallout 76, and I had to play a lot of catch-up in order to keep up with the game play mechanics and or what was going on in the game. And now we have this new event. Is like a giant barbecue cookout with a super mutant named Graham and his pet, or his Brahmin companion, and you're just supposed to go out and capture like prime meat for him, and he has this big old barbecue. And I think that's like very fitting for the summertime that's about to come to us in the United States. We're about to go on summer vacation, and like barbecues galore, cookouts, picnics, and all that good stuff. And usually I have a problem with targeting lesser animals for extinction, but if it's for the sake of the game, then I'll do it. And like I said, you don't really have to worry about not having enough players for these type of events. Those are some of the things I really enjoy now about Fallout 76. It's knowing that you have help in these type of big events that are surely going to grind you into a fine liquidy paste should you go at alone. Some of the bad things about New Vegas, or not New Vegas, 76, that they've updated with is, personally speaking, I enjoyed having, like, selling my stuff at vending machines. Like, that's how you sell your items, is at these vendors. And I liked sorting my stuff out. I'm kind of OCD like that. I want one cabinet or vendor for chemical, like chems, first aid, and that type of stuff. Another for food, another for ammo, another for weapons, armor, etc., etc. And they kind of just blended it all together, and now I just have these 3 vending machines, and I don't know what to do with them. Like, what was the point of having these 3 machines if you're not going to let me use them that way? You also get a settler, or like somebody who stays at your settlement or camp, and I just have this old man, and I guess it's just, that's more of a pet peeve, but I wish you could kind of have a little more customized options with that. But speaking of customized, there are a lot of customization options for your power armor, for your combat armor, for your weapons, that I really enjoy. Not only is it more than just a simple paint job change, but some of these fundamentally just redesign the whole outfit, especially around the helmet. And that's something I really appreciate, because I just feel like, oh, it's their way of adding new power armor sets to the game without, having to code a new power armor set or something like that. Same with the rifles and other weapons. I think that's a very good thing that they've done lately. And if there's one thing another thing I really personally enjoy, I was just at like what I don't like, and now I'm back at what I do like. I guess that's really showing, at least telling myself, how much things have changed for the better in this game. That there's a lot of opportunities to collect junk items, to like musical instruments that and some people, they like collecting stuff like that. They want to have like a variety of stuff on display in their camp, and I really get that, and I'm the same type of person. I'd love to have like a little makeshift museum dedicated to everything from the wasteland that you find. Oh God, road closed. Okay, more time. So that's one thing that's another thing that I really enjoy about Fallout 76 is that collecting option. Now, granted, you only have a certain amount of space in your stash or your inventory to display certain things, and it's not infinite. Otherwise, I'd just be promoting like the world's largest Nuka-Cola collection ever, and sometimes it just accumulates, and you think, oh, I don't have one of these. Well, it turns out you do, and you're just like, oh well, what do I do with this now? But one thing that the biggest thing about Fallout 76 that I've taken away from it lately is the continuation of this long-running idea or theme or cameo system that they've been doing starting back in Fallout 3 Point Lookout, and that is with the Dunwich Horror, or the Dunwich building, and which has a lot of ties to Lovecraftian horror. Sorry. And if you remember, we had this quest in Fallout 3 Point Lookout that you find like a Book of the Dead, and you have to return it to this obelisk and go on from there. But here we kind of, well, not here, and then in Fallout 4 we kind of continue on to this same sort of Lovecraftian idea, but this time we go further underground. We find these signs of actual cult worship and practices in the Boston area. So we've gotten this cult going on apparently within the northernmost part of the states, like West Virginia, Washington DC, Maine, and Boston. And Fallout 76 has kind of the origins of this cult, in that we find this creature. It's called the Interloper, and this is the part of video games that I just love. The stories, the side stories that are off the beaten track, that you have to kind of look for, you have to kind of know the behind the scenes about it and the inspiration for it, and it makes the story of Fallout that much more interesting, because you have this creature at the bottom of a mine and you're like, what is this thing? And apparently it's alive, and it kind of looks like this thing from Pink Floyd's The Wall, almost, with like a squid-like head attached to it. It is easily one of the more interesting things that Fallout 76 has added to the game, and initially it was something that I personally was going to add or build upon in my Fallout pitch idea, and I might do that for DLC, but at the moment it doesn't really fit into the main story anymore. And you get all these caves and these underground locations where you find these giant metal sculptures that are probably like almost a mile underground and into the side of a mountain, but here it is, like this well-built sculpture, and you're like, how the heck did it get here? And it's that kind of wonder that keeps me coming back to Fallout 76. It just this idea of it's not over. And that's kind of what I want to do with my game, is to build upon that mystery, that the mystery, the horror, the suspense of the Fallout universe. Because yeah, Fallout is funny, it can be really funny, it can be very heartfelt, but at the end of the day, there are still so many things about this game and this world that we still don't understand, and that's really what I want to bring into my idea. And Fallout 76 has been one of the best inspirations for my game, because you have all these great ideas, you have all this great content that shows what Fallout can be and what can be established in the game. And as it stands, I would have rated the original experience of Fallout 76, like I said, at a C, because of Mothman's inclusion. I think that really bought it some salvation points for me. As it stands now, I would rate Fallout 76 a B. I think it's made a lot of improvements. It does have quite a few problems, and I just remembered another one. It's really hard to kind of get started into main or major quests when you've been just dawdling about for the past God knows how many months doing whatever. I think that's kind of a problem that you have to really try and follow your footsteps or retrace your footsteps in regards to main stories. But what do you think, dear viewers? Do you think Fallout 76 has gotten better over the years? Or am I just overthinking it? And should I just focus more on the road ahead? I probably should. But what do you guys think, dear viewers? Am I being too lenient on Fallout 76, or has it really improved? Please, whatever you think, let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful day, dear viewers, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my Fallout video game pitch coming very soon. Otherwise, take care.